hold on to your butts. These are the Squashbuckler Diaries. Welcome back. My name is Guy Hasson, and you are listening to the Squashbuckler Diaries podcast. The only podcast, the only daily podcast about a girl who lives in a dream. She lives in her father's dream, and she's going to be a heroine when she grows up. She's already a heroine, as you can see in some of the adventures I tell, but this isn't about adventures. This is about her life from birth to death. And what is it like to grow up in the dream? What is it like to grow up living a life of adventure? We're going to get to the adventure mainly in the books. There's going to be a little bit of adventure in the Squashbuckler Diaries. But the Squashbuckler Diaries are about her life, day-to-day life. So, in that vein, today's episode, let's begin and listen to that beautiful name. Episode 117. To not be or to not be? That is the question. Joy's age 5.5, told by the Red Dragon. Joy, Dragonfather whispered to her, you don't need to pee? She nodded, yes. Dragonfather sighed. He's learned too often that 5.5-year-old Dragon Little needed to pee in the middle of a fight with villains. All right. Go in the bushes over there and pee. I don't need to pee, she said. But you just said... He almost raised his voice and then calmed himself. So you don't need to pee? Yes. So go pee. I don't need to pee, I just told you. Ah, I see. Joy, one life lesson before we attack the bad guys and destroy their asses. If I say to you, you don't need to pee, then if you don't need to pee, you say, no, I don't. Joy made a face. Yes, I don't need to pee. No, Dragonfather raised his voice. If you say yes, it means yes, I do need to pee. Stop. Dragon Little raised a hand and made a face. I recognized that face. She was not willing to have any of Dragonfather's nonsense. So if you say, do you want to pee? I say no, and it means I don't want to pee. But if you say you don't need to pee, and I say no, it still means I don't need to pee. Well, yeah, that's how language works. Language is stupid. Language is not stupid. Language is how we understand each other. If you talk in a way only you can understand, how can you talk to other people? Pookie, pookie, pook. He blinked twice in response. Pookie, pookie, pook? Tookie, tookie, took. His mouth froze in a circle. Then he finally said, Tookie, tookie, took? Cockapooch. Are you inventing words I don't understand? Galuga. Dragonfather's head fell in desperation. Can't we just attack the bad guys? No. Dragonfather's face froze again. Wait, what do you mean by no? Told by the Red Dragon. Hashtags Joy, Justin, language. And that's it. That's life. They're waiting outside to ambush the bad guys, which is something most of the people listening to this, have never done in our lives. And yet this is what they do outside, because that's their lives and that's where they get to do stuff. And that's the place where Justin, who is not a dragon, he's called Dragonfather, listen to the podcast. So where Justin chooses to teach her about language. But maybe it's not the best place. And maybe that's not the best lesson. Who knows? Anyway, speaking of living in the dream, join us next episode for The Genie in the Lamp, Part 1. Just another day in the life of Joy Shelley. And now, the credits. The Squashbuckler Diaries are written and read by me, Guy Hasson. All the tags mentioned in this story are searchable at the website. You can find all the stories there in written form and, in fact, 150 Squashbuckler Diaries more. The Squashbuckler Diaries is the diary of Joy Shelley, the girl who lives in dreams. She'll be called the Forgotten Girl by her father. She'll be a true heroine. She'll change the world. This project shows her entire life from birth to death. Check out the website at guyhasson.com. That's GUYHASSON.com. I've been an author and playwright for more than 30 years, and this is the first time I've used the guyhasson.com website, because The Girl in the Dream is my life project. If you have questions, if you want to comment, please do. You can comment at the website or email me at guyhasson@gmail.com. That's GUYHASSON @gmail.com. The theme music is called Brass Gentleman and is created by Thomas Howardek. My name is Guy Hasson, and this is my life project. Come back tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow for more.